Lolily too, but I've got another ranked team game here with the teams being Thresh, Shen, Caitlyn, Zed, Jarvan 4 versus Orianna, Rengar, Graves, Pantheon, and Leona. So it looks like the teams are going to be Fourskins5 versus Jummychu fans. Jummychu fans. Jummychu, it looks like they're playing another game here. I'm recording these back to back. Hopefully they have a little bit of a redemption here, but we'll see how it goes. It looks like the lanes are going to be Jarvan versus Rengar in the jungle, Shen versus Pantheon at top, Zed versus Orianna at mid, and Thresh and Caitlyn versus Leona and Graves. So, did I say Pantheon top? I'm sorry. I was trying to rush there because I realized I did not have much of a loading time. So without further ado, let's get this party started. So we've got the Rengar versus Jarvan in the jungle. Pantheon at top, Ori at mid. Okay, that should do it. And as far as starting items go, it doesn't look like anything's too out of the ordinary here. Yeah, everybody's gone fairly standard. So without further ado, let's take a quick look at what everybody's running. For the blue team, we've got Thresh starting with. It looks like he's got a little bit of magic pen, so it looks like he is 9021, probably something along those lines, unless he's some sort of crazy hybrid. It looks like Shen here, he is running a few armor pen, actually hybrid pen runes. Interesting. So he's probably 0219, but he does have those hybrid pen runes. But we'll see how that goes. Caitlyn, she does have, looks like she's running a little bit of a mix. Flat AD, some things, and a little bit of armor pen. So I would guess armor pen reds with flat AD quints, but I could be wrong about that. And she's also probably 21-9. Zed here looks like he is 21-9. Jarvan here looks like he is 0219 with some armor pen marks and quints. That would be my guess. Looks like we're not going to see any invade, and both junglers are going to be going for their respective wolves blue. So, okay, for the purple team, we've got Orianna starting it off. Looks like she's going 2109 or something to that extent. Rengar looks like he is going 21-9 is what I would guess. Graves also going 21-9. I'm going to have to figure out what I always forget what exactly 5 armor pen is. I believe that is quints, but I can't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head. Feel free to post the comments down below what exact specifications, but they do have quite a bit of flat AD there, and it looks like Rengar got brought pretty low here, and it looks like Pantheon is going massive amounts of armor pen here with the 2109 is what I would expect, because he is a little mana starved at that early game if he's spamming those spears. And last but not least, we do have that Leona. Looks like she's going 0219 or some sort of hybrid between the supports and tank trees. So solid start. She doesn't have that spell vamp or anything. I don't see any gold per 5. They should really post that here. Anyway, so that gives us an idea of what everybody's building. Let's take a quick look, a gander at the lanes, and it looks like Pantheon's doing a pretty good job of the early damage towards that Shen, which is surprising. I would have expected Shen to be a little bit more tanky at this early game. Looks like Ori's trying to poke away at the Zed in at bottom lane. Looks like they're playing pretty calm so far. Thresh is a little scary. Remember, if he lands those hooks, it's almost a guaranteed a lot of damage or almost a kill. While Leona, she can negate that quite effectively with her own dash and the stun, but it's pretty scary. And it looks like Pantheon is trying to spam quite readily there, and he doesn't have any mana pots, so keep that in mind. He can't just like chuck spears on cooldown. So it looks like here comes the Rengar gank here, and there is no ward here for blue team. So if he can, there's the stun, there's the jump, there's the slow, lots of damage. Manages, I guess it was a bind there. So just some nice damage, forcing that Shen flash away. And back at bottom lane, not too much is going on, and it looks like mid, it's just a farm fest. So far, pretty tame early game here. Zed trying to do it, not Zed, Thresh, this guy, G's and Pro. Thresh trying to do just a little bit of poke there with that Q passive, but not too much is going on. It looks like purple team tried to push a little bit on that top turret, just a little, but it looks like this Jarvan is not doing what the jungler is supposed to be doing here, supporting the lanes. Looks like he's just farming the crap out of the jungle right now. So, womp. And it looks like here comes the Rengar on the back of this this Zed. We'll see if Jarvan tries to swing around here. He is relatively low, so that's kind of dangerous. Jarvan, what are you doing? You're pretty low. Even if you land the knock-up. Oh, she's going to take quite a bit of damage, but that Jarvan's way too low, and now he's going to be forced back. Here comes the Rengar, leaping 2, manages to land the bind, and oh, beautiful flash over the wall. Beautiful flash there from Jarvan. Going to manage to be able to get him to escape. Looks like Rengar's going to try and keep chasing, see if they can catch up to him, but I think that Jarvan is long gone. And back at bottom lane, first blood does go to that Leona, but which is unfortunate, but it was a nice little play there. We're going to back it up so we can see the full extent of that play. Looks like they're just playing around, playing around. Nice little flash initiate there on that, plus the ignite, and Leona just didn't realize the amount of burst that was going to go out, and managed to pick up the kill there with an auto attack. So, womp. Too bad it didn't go to Graves, but kudos to Purple Team for getting that first blood. So, I'm not sure if she needed to flash there. I would have to look at it again, but I'm not sure if it was totally necessary. So it looks like Rengar is trying to do some sort of play here on this Thresh, which is dangerous. Very dangerous. Rengar, oh god, he's taking so much damage, and it looks like he's just going to go for it. And down he goes, and now this Rengar should head back towards... Run away. Run away, Rengar. You need to go home. And Aerodactyl, once again, is that high elo person. If you didn't see the previous game, we watched a game where he played a Moo in the jungle, and this Purple Team just got trounced. But looks like we are maybe going to see some redemption here. It depends. Looks like Shen is starting to counterbuild that Pantheon, so Pantheon's massive amount of armor pen is not going to provide too much. Because remember, he does have that 17 armor pen, but that Shen's probably already at, let's see, 65. So that armor pen does not do all that much for him. So womp until he gets like a Black Cleaver, Brutalizer, whatnot, some sort of armor pen with that. The armor pen that he has is not going to do too much for him. And there is the Zed ultimate doing a decent amount of damage to Ori, but nowhere near as much as he would have liked. So keep in mind, the Ignite there does not actually magnify the damage that Zed's ultimate does do. It's only what he does with his active abilities, auto attacks, and items. So keep that in mind. And that's why it's actually kind of interesting to do Blade of the Rune King, because it provides you really solid sustained damage and high burst at the early percent, since it scales off of current health. But it also provides that crazy active, so basically you can do this kind of wombo combo with it, where you ultimate, drop the item passive, drop your second, I guess it's your third shadow, and then you burn all your spells. And ideally, if you do it properly, you do a crap ton of damage, and you might actually be able to take out somebody from full, like very near to full down to 0 with the amount of damage that it can do. So it's kind of interesting. It's something that as soon as I saw Zed and I saw Blade of the Rune King, it was like, these items I can't imagine. But it wasn't super popular. I'm not trying to be a hipster or anything here, but because I'm not very good with Zed. And wow, Thresh is taking some pretty considerable damage here. It looks like he's going to be forced back here, because I don't think he's got too many health pots. Nope. And he doesn't have the sustain really that he needs. And it looks like Rengar's going to be camping the lane, but here comes, and this is going to be a dead Pantheon. I see no way that he's getting out of here. Oh, wow. Hold up. How did he get away? Did both just, like, ignore him? I know, like, it was a good flash, and he did a nice stun there. They taunt. I think they both expected the other person to pick up the kill. Do a couple auto attacks, manage. Oh. That's funny. He just walks away like a boss. Was not expecting that. Very nice. Like, it was just a nice flash, nice little escape. I guess he just... It's so silly. How... Weird. Okay, because like, he was dead to rights. I just... Oh, it makes me sad. Leona ultimate going down on this Caitlyn. Some pretty hefty damage going down there, but didn't manage to weave perfectly there with the spell. Shen ulting in, and this is going to force that Purple Team back. Thresh manages to land that hook there, but it looks like Caitlyn is going to go down to this Ignite. It's going to be close. She drops the ultimate, brings that Graves pretty low, but this Graves still has quite a bit of fight in him, and that Thresh needs to fall back. Forced to flash away, and everybody falls back, and here comes the Ori. It looks like she's going to run around behind the turret, drops the ball. Here comes the Pantheon trying to drop in, but unable to ensure these kills. Everybody just running for their life. Ori unable to drop a ball there on the... should drop the ball. Sorry, unintentional pun that I just kind of realized. Anyway, unable to pick up those kills. Ori walks back in shame. Look, her shoulders hunched. It looks like she's crying. Poor Ori. And it looks like Graves and Pantheon are going to do some pretty considerable damage, and it looks like we might see this first turret here go down for this purple team. We'll see. This could be a problem because when you do take down that first turret, the blue team has the option of freezing the... Blue team will have the option of freezing the lane very far past, so... It is a valid factor. For those of you who don't understand what that means, freezing is where you don't push the minion waves at all and just very conservatively last hit, and it forces the purple team that if they want to get last hits or experience, they have to be very far up their lane, and it either costs a lot of wards or it's very dangerous. Very dangerous to farm in a frozen lane, so it looks like Rengar is just trying to get some lane XP there while the Pantheon is playing around at this bottom half of the map. And it looks like we're going to see a small engage there. Leona tries to drop the ultimate, and Zed does a nice little shadow dash away. I know that's not what it's called, but what is it? Living shadow. Whatever, I'm going to call it shadow dash, because it's a dash with a shadow. I know, I'm a forward thinker, but that's how my brain works. I'm always going to call it Shadow Dash. Anyway, regardless, as far as items go, it looks like both the junglers are going for those Magic Razors for that additional clear speed. Ori getting that quick Seeker's Arm Guard. That's actually kind of curious. I haven't seen that in a long time, but they are an AD heavy team. Like they have like no magic damage. Like to be perfectly honest, magic damage Thresh does very little damage. And Leona doing a nice initiate here on the Caitlyn, doing incredible amounts of damage, forced to flash away, and Graves manages to pick up the kill there with one final auto attack. Thresh manages to land a pull there on the Graves, doing a little bit of damage, but unfortunately Graves does have a considerable amount of sustain there with that lifesteal. So back to the items. Looks like Rengar does have that Wriggles now, so he is going to provide a lot more utility to his team with that ward presence and the ability to clear the jungle. And ganking more with that ability to clear the jungle more is what I was trying to say. Shen going for that additional cooldown reduction. Looks like that bottom turret finally goes down, and now that gold advantage is a little bit over 2k in purple team's favor. So looks like Graves is going to go for that quick Blade of the Rune King. Shen doing a little bit of damage there. Pantheon getting caught way out of position, and it looks like he is going to die. But last time I said that, he walked away like a boss. But unfortunately, not going to happen. They managed to burn that Cataclysm, right? Not Catalysm. Yeah, Cataclysm ultimate there in order to kill him, but down he goes. A kill is a kill, regardless of what you have to do for it. And it looks like he might be able to jump. Nope. That Zed's going to be able to get away. There is the Zed ultimate. Holy cow, that was a ton of damage. And I think you're dead, Aerodactyl. Whoa, nice flash. Manages to ult. Wow, that was well played. Run like the wind, Rengar. Hold up. I thought you only got the heal bonus if an enemy was hit. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. That's the way it used to be, I thought. Interesting. Was not aware of that. I guess it just provides the armor and MR. Anyway, very nice play there by that Rengar. Aerodactyl, you make me happy sometimes. Anyway, I thought he was dead. Okay, so as a quick little look at items, nothing more. It looks like Graves does have that Blade of the Rune King, so he is going to have some pretty considerable sustained damage now with that, and sticking power with that active. And nice little ultimate there on the Leona. Manages to do some pretty considerable damage, and with the Ori lining up the ultimate and the Pantheon stun there was no way he was going to get out of there. And it looks like Purple Team is going to take Dragon because of this, which I agree with. Gold makes me happy. Oh, so very happy. And as far as farm goes, nobody's crazy ahead, but we do have a couple. Just Purple Team is ahead across the board. I would say everybody is just ahead by like 400 gold, and that's why we're seeing like that gold advantage. So give or take, in with that Dragon, like, yeah, just everybody's doing well for Purple Team. I haven't seen any too crazy misplays. Like Pantheon is the only one that's having a little bit of a tough time, but I could have told you that with Shen. Like, Pantheon is one of those people that counter picks not the hardcore tanks. Leona initiating on here, and oh, this might go poorly. All sorts of barriers, and but oh god, that bush gank done very nicely by that Thresh. I think they thought it was going to be a 2v2, but with Shen ulting in and the Jarvan there, oh man. Graves getting all sorts of kills. Let's see if Zed can clean up. A triple kill going to that Graves, and Zed manages to pick up that Graves. So at least Zed will have a little bit of gold under his belt now with that ability. And yep, there's that Blade of the Rune King that I was talking about earlier. That combo is really good. Really good. You can burst an incredible amount, because basically how it works, for those of you who don't play Zed, how his ultimate works is it's like 20% of all the magic and physical damage that is dealt while that active, during that 3 seconds while it is active, that mark is triggered, will be done again at the end. So when you have an Blade of the Rune King and Bilgewater Cutlass, they do damage, just like flat damage. Bilgewater Cutlass does the 100 magic damage, while Blade of the Rune King does 15% of the target champion's maximum health. So, and it also has incredible life-stealing capabilities. So that's why it's so good. Plus, it has that active slow, which means Zed, since he is a melee champ, can stick to the target a little bit more and do a lot more damage, since he's not having to chase nearly as much. So, and everybody's got their boots now. Leona trying to ultimate, manages to land the slow there on the Caitlyn, and I think this Caitlyn might be dead. It's dead, Jim. She's dead, Jim. She is dead. And Pantheon trying to do a little bit of poke at the Shen, but the Shen just has too much health there, especially with that Lock of Iron Slarty with that cooldown reduction. And it looks like Ori's trying to push away at this mid turret here. Jarvan trying to do what he can, but that Ori does have a pretty considerable amount of damage there with the Seeker's Arm Guard. And there is the ultimate from that Jarvan. So, and here comes the Rengar. There's a nice Ori ultimate pulling that Jarvan back in. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to pick up this kill. He's going to be brought incredibly low. Manages to pick up the kill there with the double Q. Holy crap, so much damage going down on that Zed. Shen managing to teleport in, taunting this Orianna, and Ori is going to go down because she's and there's no way she's going to go down. Be able to stay up is what I meant to say, and it looks like this Zed is going to maybe be able to carry his team to greatness, but there is a still pretty significant gold advantage, but that Zed is starting to get pretty fed. So we'll see if he can assassinate important targets and then get out. It'll be huge, but this Graves is a beast. He's 5-1 right now. Oh man, let's see if he can just blow Glocker in the face with that buckshot. Womp womp. Down goes the Caitlyn. Oh man. The epic battle of It's a Gunfight. For those of you who have seen Boondock Saints, I just want to scream at the top of my lungs, there was a firefight. And I hope you guys are very happy about that. Anyway, Leona doing a nice ultimate here, and Graves just kiting these guys all day long here, using that passive there from Blade of the Rune King to get as much sustain as possible, staying alive for so long. But now this Leona is dead. They overstayed their welcome, but they did manage to pick up that turret. But 2 deaths for that is not worthwhile. And now that Zed is on a rampage. Nice securing of that kill there, Zed. But that's okay. He does have some considerable amounts of gold now in this. Let's see, any other crazy significant items going on here? Ooh, Ori does have that needlessly large rod. Some nice damage going down on that Zed. Zed is probably going to be forced back here. He does have some nice sustain there with that Blade of the Rune King, but oh, Shen taunt going down. Manages to have Zed ultimate to that Pantheon, and oh my god, is he not going to go down? Shen, you better catch him. And the chase is on. We're going to watch this. And down he goes with the dagger to the face. To the face. Key strike for the win. And it looks like Rengar. Whoop, we're going to back it up because I missed this Rengar stalking the Zed. Okay. So let's watch this real quick. Dagger to the face. And here comes the Rengar ulting. And just jumps. Just destroys him and then runs like the wind. Let's see if he can get away here. And the chase is on. Run, Rengar, run. Just dueling with this Jarvan. It's an epic battle. And here comes the Graves for support. Ori doing a nice speed up there. And that Thresh doing a nice lantern to keep that Jarvan alive. And oh my god, that was a lot of damage there. But it looks like they're going to get away. And this Graves is caught way out of position. Is going to go down. Is he going to be able to pick up the Jarvan? Holy cow. That Jarvan. Greedy much. And now purple team is going to be forced back. I think Graves is upset with his team. I think Graves really wanted the Ori. I think that's what that ping was. I think the Ori, he wanted the Ori to support him a little bit. Uh-oh, here comes the Pantheon drop. There's the Leona ultimate. Lots of damage, holy crap, and that is a dead Caitlyn. I'm sorry, I'm going to watch that again. That was incredible. It made me very happy. Okay, we're going to watch it in slow motion. So there's the slow Pantheon drops, doing some incredible damage. There's the Leona passive proc, all within the course of a second. Brings her down. Oh my god, too much fun. Okay, sorry. And we'll speed it back up. See if anything happens. Sorry, way too much fun. Let me know if you guys want me to do stuff like that, kind of go over the kills in slow motion so you can see a little bit more readily, or if you like the live feel a little bit more. And it looks like purple team is going to manage to be able to get that dragon here, and we'll speed it up again just because there is a little bit of a lull, and I've spent quite a bit of time here just kind of wandering around. It looks like purple team is going to head in towards their jungles. Jarvan trying to steal a red here, but this is very dangerous. His team is behind, and he is in a bad place. It looks like we're about to see a fight develop here, so we're going to minimize this. It looks like Shen trying to initiate there, whiffs it, but Leona also misses her her sun strike. What is that called? Equinox blade? Zenith blade. I'm sorry. And it looks like Graves split pushing while this is all going on, but here comes the blue team. Here they come. Run, Graves. Run. 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 Zed trying to cut the distance. There's the ultimate. Lots of damage. Caitlyn doing so much damage, and that's going to be the kill because Zed just does enormous amounts of damage. But purple team is still split pushing, manages to pick up this bottom turret and this middle turret. No, they didn't pick up the bottom turret. They picked that up ages ago. What are you talking about, Rooble? Stop it. Anyway, looks like Rengar is going to split push, try and take down this tier 3 turret at this bottom lane, but they do need to be careful. I think he has his ultimate still up, so he should be able to get away here. Oh, here's a fight developing. This Jarvan is caught out of position. And there's the Shen ultimate on this Jarvan. Zed trying to do what he can. Rengar manages to pick up the Thresh here. And this fight is developing, and I think we still might have a kill might be going on there. Ori doing a beautiful ult there, managing to pick up the Shen there with Pantheon getting the kill, but Pantheon is going to go down to that turret. Caitlyn is still here, chunking away here at this Ori, but she is a little underfarmed here, so she's not doing nearly as much damage as she needs to be. And this blue team needs to start thinking about falling back here, because this Caitlyn is not doing nearly enough damage, but the Zed is doing a nice job of counter-pushing while that's all going on, and now purple team is on a retreat, and Leona's just taking tons of tower hits here. Just silly. Just silly, and now this Ori needs to head back. Rengar is still here. Oh, Rengar taking a little bit of damage, but Zed comes in from the back, manages to pick up that Ori, I'm pretty sure, but I think Rengar manages to pick up Jarvan, but goes down in the process to that Caitlyn. No, they killed each other. I'm sorry. Nice ignite there, and Zed, I think he's going to go down to ignite, but let's see, this Graves is scary. I'm not sure if they can duel him. It is a 3 versus 1 here, and that taunt is going to be enough to ensure the kill there for that Caitlyn. And Caitlyn just got a pretty nice gold influx there with those couple of kills, so hopefully she can come back here. So many wards in this bush. Look at all them wards. Anyway, Pantheon trying to push here. This is still anybody's game, even though there is a 5k gold advantage in purple team's favor. As far as team comp goes, blue team, the big thing they have to worry about is they are so AD heavy, but the nice thing is purple team is not like counter building them that much. Like, yeah, we have a Zhonya's on the Ori, but other than that, they don't have that much armor. Like, we got a cloth armor on Leona, Wriggle's Lantern. Like, there's really not much counter building going on here. Like, to be perfectly honest, they should just go like all build one really solid armor item, and like Zhonya's is more than enough for an Ori. Like, she probably wants to get a little bit of health now, so she probably wants to get like Liandry's or something along those lines. But just so that Zed doesn't burst her down nearly as much, but she does have Zhonya's, so like Zhonya's is more than enough for her. But everybody else should get a little bit more armor. Like I would like to see Rengar with maybe a Randuin's. That would probably be a really solid item for him. Locket of Iron Solari would be another solid item, because that provides just a little bit of armor, if I recall. 35, which is more than a little. So yeah, if they all built armor, they would have a much better chance in these team fights of just wiping the floor with them. But one of the scary things is this Zed does have that Last Whisper, so like he does ignore some of that armor, but every little bit helps because like how much armor pen does he have right now? 5 and 40%, so he does a considerable amount of damage, but still, the more armor you have. And there is Leona proccing that Reverie just so that they can get away, because they were kind of screwed there. Kind of screwed. So they were kind of caught out of position, and that Reverie manages to save a lot of kills there. And it looks like that bottom turret is finally going to go down here for this purple team. Maybe. Doesn't look like it. I don't know. I just saw it super pushed, and I figured it was lower than that, but Blue team has only managed to get one turret so far. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. It looks like here comes a strong push up the middle lane with a 4-man push here on this mid turret. So we'll see how this goes. Jarvan requesting aid. Hopefully all of Blue team does come to his aid before too much of this develops. A little bit of poke going on here. Graves trying to do what he can here. Landing a couple auto attacks is pretty huge. Just remember, he does have that static shiv, which does provide a little bit of additional poke. Plus, he does have that Blade of the Ruin King to provide a lot more sustained damage, especially towards those high health targets. So, and it looks like this turret might go down. There's the engage, and Rengar getting caught out of position. Caitlyn managing to get on a killing spree from it. Pantheon getting caught in the Cataclysm. There's the Ori Ball, though, doing a nice ultimate, pulling, rearranging the team. Zed dropping into the backline, managing to pick up all sorts of kills, but the Graves is still back up, and this Caitlyn is still rampaging. There is the Caitlyn ultimate doing enough damage to maybe pick up this kill, and Jarvan manages to pick it up, and now Blue team has a strong push going on here. Purple team is just in a world of hurt with this ace. This is going to be so bad for them. Blue team is going to be able to strong push if they can get the inhibit down, which they should be able to, because Rengar does not provide nearly enough support. Like, he might be able to pick off Caitlyn or Shen or something, but with oh, they're actually going to tank it. Yeah, they need to. I agree. They're going to toggle tank it. It looks like Thresh is going to take a couple. Then Shen's going to take a couple, and they need to be careful so Rengar doesn't get like multiple kills here. Doing some nice damage there, and Shen goes down. Here comes the Pantheon drop. Overstayed their welcome. They force push that a little bit too much. Pantheon dropping in behind. Caitlyn managing to pick up the kill, but she is going to go down here. Taking that extra turret hit is going to be more than enough to bring her down. Like, she's dead. As soon as she goes anywhere near that bush, there's no way she's escaping from Rengar. And unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize enough. They should have fallen back. And now purple team is most likely going to be able to get an inhib out of this. But we'll see. If Zed and Jarvan... Oh, they're going to get Baron. Jarvan is still up. Can Blue team contest this? Maybe. Purple team doesn't have their jungler, and Jarvan is up, but he is not in a position. They don't have vision of this. Oh, crap. Oh, this might be the game here with this Baron, just because Blue team did not have wards. I cannot emphasize enough how important wards are. Wards are so very important. Once a team gets past level 10, like maybe a level 10's a little early. Level 12 is my line. At level 12, you need to start warding Baron. Like anything before that, it is very unlikely, and if you're just aware if everybody disappears, then you need to check the Baron. But for the most part, nobody's going to be doing Baron before level 12. Nobody. You just lose out on too much XP. It's too easily stolen. Your team is usually brought way low. You get executes. Anyway, regardless, very few people do Baron. Very few teams do Baron before level 12. But at level 12, it is relevant. Unless somebody is fed. If somebody is very, very fed, then teams can do Baron before level 12. But usually level 12 is that cutoff line. So, unfortunately, purple team... Oh, let's see if they can pick up this Rengar. Rengar trying to do a little bit of damage there. There's... Oh, nice juke. Let's see if he can still get away. Yeah, it looks like a purple team pushing away here. You're going to start chunking away at this tier 3 turret at mid lane, and it looks like Rengar is going to be able to get away. He does have that Baron buff. Let's see if they can start chunking this turret down, managing to poke siege this out. Try and take down this turret, but purple team is a little split up, and there's the Cataclysm, but Graves manages to dash out of it, doing some nice damage. Leona initiating in. Zed trying to do what damage he can, but that Baron buff is just too much. Ori managing to pick up the kill there with her ultimate, and now blue team is screwed. Because now they're so low, this turret is going to get dropped here with no problem. Pantheon trying to drop in, manages to stun and pick up that Caitlyn. That is huge. And now this turret is down, and this inhib is down as well. And probably this turret and this inhib as well, unless they try and push for the win. If they get one more kill here, it might be the victory here. But this Baron buff is going to be enough for them to push very, very hard. And it looks like they're going to start chunking away at these Nexus turrets. First Nexus turret is going to drop here in a second here. Rengar doing what he can, manages to pop that turret. Pantheon doing all sorts of damage. Shen goes down to the Ori, and that turret is down as well. And now this Jarvan is in a world of trouble. Getting stunned, snared, slowed, blah, blah, blah. And he's just having all sorts of problems. That Leona gets brought incredibly low, but still manages to walk away like a boss. Graves doing what he can to keep people busy, but unfortunately, he is just too tanky right now. Zed is unable to bring him down. Rengar manages to pick up the kill, and it looks like purple team is going to be able to pick up this victory here without a problem. So, wah-wah for blue team, but purple team manages to pick the win, and I'm going to attribute most of that due towards their team comp. They are just 280 heavy, and yeah, it was unfortunate. Caitlyn getting caught out of position, feeding the crap out of that Graves is another big problem. Leona Graves is a very aggressive lane, but it happens. It's just one of those things. But Thresh Caitlyn is also an aggressive lane, just Graves Leona is very punishing apparently towards those Thresh pulls every now and then. So, if you guys do like what you see, feel free to comment down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, favorite, subscribe, share with your friends if you really like it. And I'd like to thank you one last time for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one.